A lot of pressure.
El equipo voló en canto.
El tipo es una bestia, el tipo es un animal.
Sense of pride there.
No como el cuco, no lo menciona ahí cuando aparece.
Max. You represent more than yourself.
Los números están.
Whenever you see this glove, you already know what's the deal.
Claro que sí.
Sé que me caché. I'm
Drama.
gonna give you an etiquette, and then I'm gonna give you a rule.
Esto está mejorando gracias a eso.
¿Quién era ese chamaco antes que lo subiera?
Andando, papi, en las costillas hoy.
Está ahí de Carlito está, pero
Yo quiero.
War number one, I don't know what to do with him.
a otro nivel.
Thank you for joining We Call Sport Podcast. My name is Nolo Boy, founder of We Call Sports, which our goal is to analyze each sport and share our personal opinions. We will be taking questions and comments of you, our viewers, during the live events. This brings me to my next question. So what sports do you guys cover? Too easy. Currently, we have two English programs. First one is We Call Golf on Mondays. Second one is We Call Football on Wednesdays, where Miguel and I will be covering the latest and greatest on the world of golf and football. We also have two Spanish programs. On Thursday, we have the main program, We Call Sports Podcast, with John D, G.I. Josh, and myself talking MLB, NBA, Thursday Night Football, boxing, and more. And on Saturday, we have G.I. Josh, Johnny N, and Hush X talking wrestling on We Call Wrestling. Hope you enjoy this program. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share to bring you more content. And remember, we don't talk about it, we be about it. Yes, sir! It's your boy, Nolo Boy, hashtag Red Cup. As always, with me, y'all know what's up. It's week 5. Let's go. All the alarm is going off. You already know what's the energy. You know what it is. You know what we're going to do today, Thursday night. Holla at your boy. Of course. Let me go ahead and get it. Because we're going to go and get this. Let's go. Feel the energy. We all passion. We all good to go. We're going to jump on this. We're going to get it tonight. Let's go at it. All right. Let's go. Once again, thank you for being with us. I apologize. We haven't been out for a hot minute. But guess what? We back on it. So today's program, we're going to cover week 5, the upcoming week. Picks of the upcoming week. We're gonna give you a fantasy draft, not draft, but picks from DraftKings. That's what we play. My bad. If you like FanDuel, it's pretty good too as well. But I go more towards that side. But anyway, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about tonight's football game. All right. So holla at your boy. Let's go at it. Without no further ado. As always, man, I'm all excited, man. I'm pumped up. It's football, bro. I love this. This is what I'm made for. All right. So let's just go ahead and jump in with the headlines right quick. As everybody knows, we have certain guy out here called Davante Adams, right? That he is currently asking for a trade due to the fact that he's tired of dealing with all the shenanigans, right? Or what's going on in the Raider organization, which I don't blame him. We don't blame him at all. So it is what it is. It's kind of unfortunate that this is going on. It should have gone on basically on the actual before the season started for him to have more options and for other teams probably to have some more options. But Davante Adams has came out and then asked the Raiders for a trade. All right, so as you can see in the bottom, so we need to understand Davante Adams is a beast. That's the first thing. All right, he's still a wide receiver number 1. Whoever wants to debate that, we can debate that all day. Okay, the problem is that Davante is in the wrong system. He went after what is called the cha-ching. Okay, and now he's paying the price for it. So, yes, you got your money that obviously Green Bay was not going to give you that money. You was in between, should I go, should I stay? Because I don't know what Rodgers is going to do until you saw yourself in the mirror and you said, nah, let me think about my family. And you make the decision to go to the Raiders. All right, so them Raiders. So it was going good with Carr. It's going good, but then, everybody knows that Unfortunately, Carr has not lived to better expectations. At least for me, he hasn't exceeded his the expectation or the hype that he had around. But he came out and say about the trade that he want to get traded, but he wants to go to one of the two previous quarterbacks that he had. So I don't know nothing. I don't know too much about that because you don't want to go back to Carr. Guarantee you that. It's a different system in New Orleans, and I don't think that's fitted for you right now, man. I really don't think it's like Davante Adams fits on whatever the Saints are trying to do right now. They're a lot like a running game. Wide receivers, they do get their chances or whatever, but I'd rather see him and those threes down here. So let me start with my third pick. I'd rather see him in the Cowboys. Why? I cannot believe I'm saying this. I'd rather see him in the Cowboys. Ugh. Anyway, so rather see him in the Cowboys. Out there, Cowboy Nation, they have the chance because they got Lamb in there, so they can put one wide out on one side, the other one far end. They can stretch the field. They can complement each other. Dak is an official thrower, right? He's a QBR up there. His QBR is up there. I got to double check him out, but his QBR is up there. So once again, Dallas coming from 3 years in a row, 12-5. Obviously, disappointing start to the season right now. However, Adams can change that. They don't have a running game. We all know this. Elliott has come back, and Downey is pretty good, the rookie, but they haven't given him the touch that he deserves. He's splitting touches with Elliott. So having two of those guys, Lamb on one side and Adams in the other one is good. They had Cooper for a minute, and then Lamb on the other side. They were working awesome, but unfortunately, somebody had to go, so they couldn't pay everybody at the same time. So just to give you a little bit of content about the Adams trade clauses or what the Raiders are asking for. So they're asking for a second round pick and some compensation back. All right. So right now, Adams' contract has a $13.5 million salary cap hit this season. So the only one right now that can afford that this season, like straight up hit, is the Jets, ladies and gentlemen. Just want to let you know. So he basically makes almost $1 million every week. And from here to the trade deadline, which is November 5th, they have that chance to lower that amount of $1 million per week. It's around $1 million per week that he gets paid. As the two remaining, his deal after the season is 2025 and 2026. He has $36.2 million, a non-guarantee. So he has 2 years remaining in his contract, 25, 26, non-guarantee, $36.2 million. So that's what he has right now. So with all that being said, just give you a heads up. Yes, Cowboys have a number 2 round pick available for them to give out. They have it. As a matter of fact, all 3 of these teams have a number 2 pick to give up, just in the event you was wondering. So at the same time, it is crucial that they actually make the true correction before they go down that path. Because as soon as you go down that path, it's going to start getting uglier and uglier. So with that being said, yes, all teams in here have it, but I think the Cowboys need him ASAP. That is like an emergency. Now, moving to the Bills, my second pick, where he should land. Allen, proven gunner, accuracy, everything on him is doing great. The team needs a wide receiver number 1. Number 1 wide receiver. We all know this. It's good that you can spread the ball and nobody knows where they're coming from. Great. Awesome guy. Great. You discover America again. Okay. But the problem with that is that you don't have a true guy that you can count on those times. Yes, you got Kincaid, but how far he can cover, right? So if you have Kincaid tight in the tight end position, then you have Adams in the other one, bro, you know that ball is coming. So definitely they need him. They don't have the salary cap hit right now for that $13.5 million. However, they can offer different structures on the contract or whatever. They can do something happen if they wanted to make this happen. However, it's going to be more difficult than anybody else. Jumping from the second one to the Jets. The Jets, man, they can have it right now. They have the second round pick. As a matter of what can they get in compensation back for them besides that second round pick. And they have this guy, right? That is called Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers. So I strongly believe he's gonna end up a Jet, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing around it. You can fight, you can argue, whatever, but I think he's gonna have this. Why it makes sense. Listen, while Adams was with Aaron Rodgers in the Packers, he had 68 receiving TDs in 8 seasons. Yes, I said it. 8 seasons, 68 TDs by Rodgers. So once again, proven to you that they're in sync. They haven't lost it. Plus, the Jets have a problem on getting signal calls, whatever, snap or whatever. Adams can help everybody all the way around to get used to what Aaron Rodgers wants to see the offense moving forward, how he wants to see the offense. So I am really, really rooting for the Jets to get him. I really want them to get him, to be honest. I'd rather the Jets or the Bills get him, one of them two. Cowboys, yeah, makes sense for out there for them boys and Jerry World to get it, okay? So it makes totally sense for him to get it. But with that being said, I'm going to give you a sneaky one. Oh, no, what are you talking about sneaky pick? Well, listen, in all trades, if you've been following trades, it no matter what sports, there's always somebody in the corner just leaning in, like checking it out, checking when they can sneak in and just pull the rug under you, right? All right, let me show you who I think it could be. That team, the Commanders. Another perfect scenario for him. Young quarterback, accuracy is there. You know what? He just broke a record, and guess who belonged to? Tom Brady. Okay, he broke the most completion percentage in 4 games. Tom Brady did it on 2007. Right now, he just broke that record with 82.1. When we talk about Jaden Daniels, the second overall pick, straight prospect from LSU. Yes, I'm talking about him. So once again, he is a beast. So you got to watch out how he's moving forward, how everything is moving. Right now, last Monday, he set another record, single game record for rookies, going 21 of 23 with 91% completion rate. On Monday night, with he schooled the Cincinnati Bengals. Who they, huh? You know who they now, huh? You definitely know who they are, huh? But once again, I think that the one is going to come out there and pull the rug underneath could be the Commanders. They have the cap. They have also the second round pick they're demanding. For me, it's between the Commanders and the Jets, to be more honestly, because they have the money and the cap to actually make this happen. And he could be completely outstanding addition to the wonderful team that the Commanders have with Robinson Jr., with McLaurin. They got beasts. Then they got Eckler in there too. Oh my God, that offense is gonna look something else. McLaurin in one side and Adams in the other one. Man, those are 2 beasts. So I truly believe, hey, you heard it here. And we call football. You did heard it here. I just want to make sure I count it first before anybody else. So moving from there, we're gonna go quickly. Let's go ahead and jump with the week 5 predictions and what's gonna come down and how it's gonna break down right quick for y'all. Get y'all right quick. So with that being said, let's jump on it. So obviously, I'm not going to talk about the Tampa Bay and Atlanta, because y'all already know what's going to happen. We're going to take care of business tonight right quick and take over the division. The NFC South is going to be ours today. Just want to let y'all know don't hate, just appreciate and evaluate and cooperate at the end of the day. So it's ours at the end of the day. So yes, we are going to be clicking. Our offense has to click. My concern is the offense. They have to click, and the offensive line, they must make sure they in sync. Due to injuries that we have been going in and out from our O-line, is highly concerned because we need to establish a run. The offensive coach, man, you have to include Argier in your playbook. It's a must. At this point, it's a must. All right. Okay. You have to include him. All right. You have to have him in there. We have Mooney running like crazy. It looks like a Mooney and Kirk Cousins connection is developing, and that's great. But we need to involve the tight end. You already know what we're talking about, that unicorn, and we need to involve London. London has to have more touches, even though they complement each other, because Mooney's having the spots or the position that he has. He's coming out wide open due to the fact that London is claiming a lot of attention, and that also our tight end is oh my god, our tight end Pitts is actually picking some of the defense out. So honestly, stay tuned. Look at this. Hey, we are coming. Okay, we are definitely coming. So by that being said, defense, Tampa Bay passing yards, I think they're top 5 right now. All right, so most of their offense come through the air. A secondary, McLeod, my people with Bates. Okay, we have to make sure that we take care of that. Okay, because they are coming. They're gonna be passing the ball all day. So that being said, that's one. I'm going with Atlanta on that one. Guess what? We got our first morning game in London. It's going to be the Jets against the Minnesota Vikings. Man, this was kind of tricky for me. This is going to be a little bit tricky for me. So we will see what's going to happen on that one. So moving forward, I have in here. So moving forward right here, we have the actual London game that is going to be, that actually starts the year. So London game, 9:30 a.m. NFL Network. We have the Jets. I don't know, man. I'm everywhere with this. I don't feel it's just tough because I want the Jets to get their game going, but you know what? I'm going with the Jets. So let's go Jets. So let's go Jets. Let's go. So Jets, right? Something like that. That goes. So so the Jets have the 5th scoring defense, only allowing 4.5 points a game. So the Vikings, the problem with that is the Vikings are the number 4th. So they're going to be going at it real hard. However, this defense, the Jets defense is 4th allowed in the red zone. So they are going to be taking care of the red zone whenever they get there. So the problem is they haven't faced that Jefferson guy. All right. So that's going to be an interesting game early in the morning. Please go in there. Honestly, I have the Jets winning. I think the Jets have enough defense to bother the Minnesota offense. And it's kind of tricky because they're going all the way to London, the different time frame zones and stuff like that. It's going to be hard, but I'm going for the Jets. Obviously, the home team is going to be the Minnesota Vikings. So we will see what's going on. All right, moving from that one, we're going to go rapid right now. So I got Carolina going to Chicago. Bears. The Bears so far, honestly, I don't like this matchup. And some people say, well, we don't care, whatever. It's the Bears and it's this and that. And listen, guys, we got the number 1 pick going out there and play. Okay. So we will see how that goes with the number 1 pick. So currently, the Panthers defense ranked 29th, has allowed 148 yards. Rushing TD 6 allowed, third worst in the league. Okay, so through 4 weeks, so their rushing defense, it is not good. It is not going to happen. And obviously, they're in my division, so I don't want them to win either. On top of that, but that's my personal. So for y'all, I'm just giving you the information. So they are the third worst rushing defense right now. So they allow 6 TDs, rushing TDs. So I predict that Swift is going to have more than 100 yards, 2 TDs on the ground. Also, the Bears will come out of their winner out there in Soldier Field. So moving from that one, moving to Baltimore Ravens versus the Bengals. Who they? Now you're gonna try to figure who's this people now. So the Baltimore Ravens, the ones that you gotta duck your head down. Because since Lamar Jackson came in, he's 8-2 against you guys. All right. And that's 8-2. That's like 4-2 with Burrow in the lineup. So I don't think, honestly, that you guys going to have enough to beat the number one offensive team in the league, especially whenever you got one of the worst defenses in the league yourself out there on the other side. So honestly, I have the Baltimore Ravens running all over y'all with King Henry like they just did to Buffalo. I don't know if you saw that game, but then you got Bon Hoy, second leading in sack. And then NFL, you better be ready. Okay, just want to let y'all know. So on top of that, that's gonna be for me. That is gonna be here in Cincinnati. However, I don't think Cincinnati has enough to stop the Baltimore Ravens at this time. They gotta show me something because the Baltimore Ravens defense is just way too much right now. So moving to the next game. By the way, all these games on the right side right here, they all 1 o'clock games, and over here, all of them are 4:30, 4 o'clock, 4:25, and then you have the symbols in the middle, which is the Sunday night game, and then the Monday night game. So moving to the Buffalo and Houston game, another those 2 games, like the Baltimore Ravens against Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills against Houston Texans. Those are the best games at 1 o'clock. All right, so. Once again, I think this rivalry is with a slight edge with Allen. So Allen having the year that he having as of right now, the Bills are pretty good. This is gonna, like I said, this is gonna be the matchup where Diggs moving from the Bills to Houston. So Diggs will be hosting his former team in. So we will see what's going to happen. Last time they met, the Bills stomped it 40-0. So I think that the Buffalo Bills have a slight chance to win it, especially Allen with holding back with his turnovers, like not throwing no interceptions like it was last year. He was first, literally. But other than that, but I think the defense for the Texans will be looking for his first fumble recovery for the season. So I think they're going to have it. C.J. Stroud is 4th on passing with 1,054 yards. And they have Nico Collins, number 8, the leading passing receiving yards right now in the NFL. So I think they're going to have a field day with the defense, even though they got a decent balance between defense, between the rushing and the passing. However, Texans are at home. You have CJ Stroud, and you possibly gonna have also Mixon back too as well. So that's gonna be awesome. So I think they're gonna get this all day, every day. So I'm going for Houston Texans on this one. It's gonna be a close game, field goal, maybe 7 points in there, field TD in there. So the following game will be the Indianapolis Colts visiting the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville Jaguars, man. What I can tell you about them. So Jacksonville right now, I'm extremely disappointed with them right now. I thought they were going to have a better season. I know that y'all Jaguars fans are really out there going all out with them. But I'm sorry to tell you that It is just not good right now. So, but I think you guys are gonna have your first win. It's whoever outscores who at this point. Indiana has the Colts has a good defense. It's not all that, but it's okay. So we will see what's going to happen on that side. But I think the Jaguars got this in the bag. So moving forward to the Miami and the New England Patriots, once again, it's whoever dominates and moves the ball, because this is one of the two horrible offense in the league. Okay, so whoever sees this game this is going to be lower scoring, because Miami has problem with the quarterback. If Tua was there, I guarantee Miami got this one. But he's not there, so Huntley is stepping up. Hopefully, he can go out there and know a little bit more of the playbook and get it down packed. So hopefully, he moves the ball. So I'm rooting for Miami to actually go out there to the Patriots and get that dub. So moving from that to Cleveland versus the Commanders. I was going to say the Redskins, but the Commander. Listen, LSU product. I'm all in. You're not gonna get me Jaden Daniels. Given the rookie of the year already. He already got it. Week 5. Week 5, he got it already. Pat down. He's becoming the CJ Stroud of last year, dominating. So rookie of the year, he has it. They're going to be going all over, especially if Garrett, which is dealing with an Achilles injury right now. And both feet are hurting. I think it's one of his Achilles. I don't know if both Achilles. So we will see what happens in there, but I got the Redskins winning this one. So moving from that to the evening games, the Raiders are going to go down to the Denver Broncos and visit them. Listen, the Raiders are almost in the same predicament as the Dolphins. All right. And by the way, either or, guys, Frank's young. Give Carolina a call, man. See what Carolina wants for him. Trade deadline, November 5th. Try to get this kid. I'm telling you, Miami, you already know how Tua works. Bryce is from the same damn college. Then Roll Tide, boy. So they know they play almost the same way. They know the system. You know how to deal, like exactly how you deal with Tua. Literally is how you're gonna deal with Bryce Young. So please, man, I know I got Dolphin fans that watch it. Got it. Oh, well, one other headache. All that. Listen, this is a headache that you want, because you can build him up. All right. Just in the event. And guess what? He's not gonna start. You're gonna start now, yeah, because you don't got nobody like that, right? But when Tua comes back, he can get back and he can play, get the book and get to know how everything works and how Tua works. And maybe, just maybe, he can get out there. It's gamble worth taking. Bryce Young is young. Second year, it's time. All right. And then Tua's having all this injuries. Man, that's the way. I'm telling you, Dolphin fans, I'm telling you, this is the way to go. Anyway, Las Vegas Raiders are going out there to Denver. Oh my God, they cannot move the ball. Plus, Adam is not gonna play. I got Denver winning that one, just for the fact that Denver got a beast of a defense. I don't think they're gonna move it around. The rookie is showing here and there. The problem with them is that they don't score TDs, and they don't go out there to get touchdowns, and that's the biggest problems they have. They can move the ball up and down. They've been getting damn field goals left and right, but they cannot get to the end zone. So we will see what they do with that, but I got Denver winning that one. Arizona and San Francisco. Do I got to talk about that? Do I really got to talk about that? Huh? I don't think Arizona got anything to look for on that one. Listen, with a 2-2 record, they're going to be in Santa Clara. Purdy, second most passing yards right now with 1,130 yards. Man, one of the best defenses out there. Man, this is not. I don't think this is going to be close. I'll be surprised. As long as the defense can contain Murray inside the pocket, they're going to be good to go. Okay, that is the key for the defense and to keep Arizona controlled. However, make sure you don't let that guy Harrison Jr., the son of the Hall of Famer, right? The Colts Hall of Famer, right? So as long as that don't happen and you keep at least Murray contained, you're gonna be all right. But watch out for Harrison Jr., another beast. You came in the wrong time to this league because that guy, Jaden Daniels, is a beast. By the way, Harrison Jr. is the leading scorer on TDs right now for the receivers. Just want to let you know. Hey, just want to let you know. I think he's tied up with Jefferson and I think one more, but he's up there. He's there. He's on the top of the league. First year. Tell you that. All right. Green Bay going out there to the Rams. All right. The Rams have a depleted team, literally right now. Injuries bugging them left and right. Green Bay has Love coming back, which he played last week. I think it took a minute for him to get into the zone, into the game. I think the game was moving too fast at the beginning. Plus, his injury is on his knee, so he can't move pretty much. I think it took a minute for his knee to warm up, and then he's just said like, hey, you know what, F it, I'm just going for it. Let's go. So he actually clicked and started moving the ball all the way around. I like the Green Bay Packers. I like the way they're moving the ball. I like the running game. The problem with them would be if they can keep with that gunslugger of a quarterback, okay? The LA Rams. So with Matthews in there, I don't know what to tell you, man. He's going to sling that ball. It don't matter who's going to catch it. Somebody's going to catch it. Somebody's going to go out there and get it. He can make any receiver look good. Okay, sidearms, whatever, he can make it happen. Now, the Rams and Green Bay, this is gonna be a tight game. Ain't nobody separated from each other. All right. So the defense for the Rams is good, it's average, but the problem here is that the Green Bay Packers are way too balanced. So if the Green Bay defense stops the receiving, the throwing, and whatever, the receivers for the Rams, they're going to be all right. If they start marching up and down, I'm sorry, but the Rams are going to take this. So with that being said, I will go with the Cheeseheads, man. I got to go with the Cheeseheads all day. So I got Love, even Malik Willis going out there in Tennessee and giving them just a fresh reminder of what's going on. I think Green Bay has a good team this year as well. And I think they're going to go out there to the Rams and get it. So the Giants going out to Seattle. Listen, man, that is crazy because you're walking in to the house of the 12 men. So that is really difficult. Geno is actually the highest. That's the most passing yards right now with 1,182 yards. Then Metcalf is 366 yards. He's right now third in the league. Listen, I know you got neighbors or listen, thank you. But whenever you walk into Seattle and you're still trying to figure out your way of going forward, listen, it's going to be hard. Definitely it's going to be hard, especially whenever you got that 12 man in there that barely let you hear the people. Man, I'm telling you right now, that is hard to happen. So I got Seattle winning that comfortable by at least 4 minimum. Metcalf is going to be a beast. If you got him in your fantasy, put him on, guaranteed. All right. So moving to Sunday Night Football, Dallas is going to Pittsburgh, to the Steeler Nation to see what's going on. I believe, and that one is not going to be. All depends if the front line. I ain't gonna lie, the O line can contain Watts. If they can contain Watts, then you got a chance. If you can't contain Watt, you're gonna have trouble all day. Okay, so because usually Dallas is a passing first offense, so you gotta have that time. You gotta 3-step back and you gotta rip it, but you gotta wait until the actual play is developed, right? On top of that, but if you can't contain Watts, it's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day. They gotta figure something out in Dallas as far as the running backs, because if they don't run the ball, it's gonna be bad because they're gonna turn to one-dimension team, and that's horrible in the NFL. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, what can I tell you about them? they still have a little bit drama with that quarterback situation. And whenever Wilson gets back, he's gonna get better. He's gonna start. The job is his or whatever. I don't think the job is his. I think Wilson will be traded out of there to a team that is a contender, or a team like Las Vegas, or somebody that needs actually a quarterback. So that's the best way for the Pittsburgh to move forward. I think Fields is definitely the answer. It's just a matter of making sure that you get that O-line to get a little bit more time to Fields. But definitely Fields is the more athletic, and he can definitely move around the pocket. He's pretty good on it. I think he's the way to go out there in Steel City. So from that, we move to Monday Night Football. The New Orleans Saints against the Kansas City Chiefs. Man, wise man told me always, hey, if you're the baddest man, never go against him like that. Because MVP, 2 times possible, 3 times, 3-peat. Everybody knows, everybody be talking about it. I want to beat the dead horse already. The Saints are going to out there to Arrowhead. Listen, man. Saints are great. We just barely beat them, but our games, if you watch our games are like that. Like the Falcons and the Saints games are always closed in. My brothers from the Saints in New Orleans world, I'm not gonna say the word F it. I say it. They ain't okay. So they're pretty good, man. That the offense is a beast. But we was just a good kick by yo. So but that's what we beat them. It's gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be hard. Definitely hard to contain. The Chiefs give you too many different looks in the offense. And the crazy thing is that for the first time since Mahomes been there, the defense is carrying the offense. And just think about all this, man. Kelsey hasn't even exploded. We haven't heard nothing from Kelsey. Come on now, man. And whenever Kelsey comes around, this happens. This is gonna be crazy. Roger, get it. Got it. Too easy. Rice is hurt. He was the wide receiver number 1, but Worthy is a beast, guys. Come on now. You got to consider him. This is the best offense that he's been around too as well. They got Hunt, Lear. We know about Pacheco, my fellow Puerto Rican guy. Love you, guy. But he's hurt. He's probably coming later on during the year. But I don't think the Saints can make it happen if the offense of the Chiefs clicks. If the offense of the Chiefs clicks, oh my God, the Saints are in for a good one. But think about this: best defense that Mahomes has had, and he has 1-2 already. Take care of that. All right, so moving from the picks already, that concludes my picks for Week 5. I hope you'll like it. Any questions, concerns, addition comments, please just leave it down there. This is pre-recorded, like I said, but however, I can get back on you. And remember, we're coming back next week as well. So moving forward to the new section, my DraftKings picks. Okay, so we're gonna look into this right now. I have in here. I'm just gonna go straight to it. So everybody knows what Jaden McDaniels is. I don't have to give you numbers. I don't have to give you nothing. But before I keep going down, all these games that you see, I like to go. One thing that I like to do, I like to play either the early games, which is the 1:00 games, or I either go in the afternoon games too as well. This lineup right here that you see right here, all of them are 1:00 games. So stay tuned, check them out, check this lineup. Let me tell you why. Jaden Daniels, QBR through the roof. Rookie, they still trying to figure him out. All right. If you can't contain him, he's going to run. All right. So they got Cleveland. Cleveland don't have Garrett, like I said earlier. So this kind of pertains to my picks too. So to my other picks, but I'm not, bear with me right here because it's a little bit shaky right here. Shaky. Anyway, so moving out there. Washington is actually Cleveland is going to Washington. Too easy. Garrett is probably not gonna be ready to go. He has an Achilles issue, so I don't think he's gonna play. But if he plays, he's gonna disrupt it. But I still think that they're gonna come out with it. So with the dub, and he's gonna be throwing all day, every day. So Ken Henry, how are you gonna go against Ken Henry after he did what he did on Monday night? Crazy, right? So I think it was Monday night, Sunday night. Anyway, so crazy. He's, by the way, he's the leading rusher in the NFL right now. So might as well get him. And whenever he start going and that offensive line making holes like crazy, it's gonna be going. So anyway, so moving from that to Robinson Jr. Obviously, Robinson Jr. is the running back, the RB1 for Daniels and the Commanders. The good thing about Robinson is he's a dual threat. He can run and he can just Daniels can just drop it to him and he can take it off. All right, so he's a TD waiting to happen. However it comes, however it happens. So Bateman. So I put Bateman because Bateman was one of my first of all, is the cheapest one, right? Good, cheap one that's always in the field that has an opportunity to actually score. But I feel like Bateman this week is going to be that silent killer, especially whenever they go in against Cincinnati. So Cincinnati's defense is horrible. They know, the fans already told me. All right, who they? They're gonna figure who they in purple. To be honest with you, so I also like the Buffalo with Coleman. So Coleman, love that rookie. The problem with Coleman right now is that he's trying to adjust a little bit to the NFL. He's not getting. They're complaining about him about not getting separation out of the line or whatever, or after the first 5 yards, get it a little chicken bake, and he's not creating enough separation for the ball to go his way. But I think this is one matchup that he could explore and make happen due to the fact that Allen is not throwing an interception and is going everywhere. So he's moving the ball all the way around. So McLaren, I already told you, he's going to be running like crazy. Daniels have him number 43, I think, in yards, and I expect that to keep on going. Kincaid, number one option for Allen. Big week. Hopefully he can go out there and get it. So Houston, man, Buffalo and Houston, that's going to be a great game. So I picked him because I think he's been quiet and he's going to have a great game in this one, where whenever Allen needs him the most, especially in Houston, everybody knows that they're a beast. So then we got Swift with Chicago in the flex position. I got Swift because obviously Swift is going against one of the worst rushing defense in the league. They have allowed 6 TDs, like I stated earlier. So he's in for at least a big night. All right. So, or afternoon. He's going to have, prediction is over 100 yards and 2 TDs. I got the Patriots not because the Patriots have a wonderful defense or nothing like that. It's just that I need to see the Dolphins do something. Plus, they were the cheapest one that I can get at the moment. So I didn't have enough money to actually get a decent one. But the decent one was the Chicago Bears against the Carolina Panthers. But I think the Panthers are going to move the ball on them. So we will see however it turns. But I hope that by me picking the Patriots, it's whatever. It goes whatever at that point. But I hope the Dolphins do come around and move the ball a little bit more. So with this, guys, you have my fantasy picks. You have all my picks for the weekend. I appreciate it for y'all being here. This was a quick week called football edition on week 5. Hey, stay tuned. Next week, we're going to be going at it. Hey, we got a collaboration coming up too. We got a collab going on. So stay tuned with us here at Week Call Football. Remember, we have other shows tonight. We got Week Call Sports Podcast, the main cast. Then we got Week Call Wrestling on Saturday with Joniel and on GI Josh. Then we have Monday night Week Call Golf with this person right here, and Miguel. Miguel left me up by myself today, but it's all good. I got it. We just keep moving forward and making it happen. Hey, God bless. Hey, listen, man. Ain't nothing better than football, bro. Football season is crazy. Sunday afternoons, nobody goes nowhere. Everything you have to do, you do it Friday on the night or Saturday. Sunday, it's all about football. Hey, once again, hey, measurement of excuses are 0. Keep pushing forward. Don't stop yourself. Hey, and also, if you have a hanger find your closet and hang this.